Hello guys, just before the video starts, do me a favour, check out DM Airport Transfers. Going to put the logo right up there. You can just check out the link below the video in the description and book your next airport transfer. You're going on holiday, make sure you book through us. Enjoy the rest of the video. How are we guys? Listen, this little video is going to just compare on obviously some companies in Liverpool compare their prices to Uber prices when they're going to the airport, and then they're thinking, well, if the Uber drivers are happy to pay this price, then we can charge cheaper, blah blah blah. But what I'm going to try and say to now and just try and show why is it different, and why as airport companies you shouldn't be charging what Uber charge, and you shouldn't be worried what the Uber driver gets for that job. And if he's happy to do 40 quid a man here, then he should be happy in a private job. But it's completely different, guys, and I wanted to speak out about it because when people say it, it drives me insane, right? So first of all, I want to say from a passenger perspective, right, you could book an airport job on Uber and you can get a Toyota Yaris, you could get a Hyundai i30, or you need something bigger, multiple passengers, you can end up in a Ford Galaxy, a Ford flipping whatever, S-Max, a Safari. Do you know what I mean? You're not going to get a proper vehicle that you could need to go to the airport. You need space, you need luggage space, and you want to be a bit comfortable. So if you're going far as well, you want to be comfortable. Do you know what I mean? So there's the difference as a passenger point of view. And also, at least when you book with an airport company, you're guaranteed, or more or less guaranteed, that the driver's going to be there waiting for you, right? Where you could wake up, book an Uber, and there's no drivers available. Or if there is one, a tiny one comes up. Do you know what I mean? So straight off, when you go in the airport, you should book an airport company, not just rely on a normal local taxi or Uber. In my opinion. This is all my opinion, guys, don't forget. Now, from a driver's point of view, by the way, I do airport bookings and I also do Uber airport work when it comes up. And people say, oh, but from Liverpool to Manchester Airport, it's 45 quid on an Uber after their commission and their cut. Well, you get the toll back, so call it 50. So it's £50 going from Liverpool city centre to Manchester Airport on Uber. And you go, yes. And then you go, oh, here's a Manchester Airport job, 65 to me. Yeah. Going to Manchester Airport. Right. And I go, yeah, okay, I'll do that. Right. But some companies will be like, oh, here's Manchester Airport for next Wednesday. Yeah, 50 quid going to Manchester Airport. And I go, oh no, I'm not doing that, too cheap. And you go, oh, but you do it for Uber, 50 quid on Uber. And you go, yeah, I do. But there's a massive difference between a pre-booked airport job and an Uber job, or a local taxi job. And that's what people just don't understand. They say, oh, but you'll do it for Uber, so why won't you do it for me? And here's the differences, guys, right? And I'll tell you right now. So, as an example, if I'm out on Uber, yeah, and I'm bouncing around, right? Every job I do is within a mile or two from me. And I'm already out the house working, yeah? So if this little job pops up and it's 50 quid a man here, the customer's there. I can see the customer. Do you know what I mean? He's right in front of me. Throw him in the car, shoot down the motorway, within the hour, boom, 45, 50 quid. Easy money, right? But a private booking, £50 from Liverpool to Manchester. But before that job, I could be in the house, I could be asleep, it could be early morning. I could have just dropped off at Manchester Airport. So I've got to drive 36 miles back from Manchester to pick this customer up for 50 quid to go back to Manchester. And the massive difference is, guys, right? And this is why I offer a minimum fare on my jobs, for this reason. It's because you do not know where you're going to be before this job, right? 30 minutes before this job, next Wednesday, you haven't got a clue where you're going to be. You could be dropping off in Birmingham. Do you know what I mean? So the fact that people are comparing paying the drivers the same as Uber pays is completely crazy. Because an Uber driver, the job is within a mile away, within 5 minutes away. Prime example, and this is the reason what gave me this idea, right? I'm on a job this morning, and it's a bit of a mad job. It is a nice car job, right? Yeah, but it's 45 quid going from South Liverpool to JLA. I've just checked on the sat nav, it's 3.8 miles away, and I'm getting 45 quid. right? Just a really good job because it's a minimum fare job through a company or operator, whatever. So you got to think that's brilliant. That is brilliant, isn't it? 45 quid. On an Uber, it's 15 quid. Now, if I was parked up right now outside the job, Uber popped up, 15 quid, JLA, get the 5, 10 or whatever, get the 5 back or whatever. Yeah, I'd do it, definitely. If this was 15 quid for next Wednesday, I would never have done it, ever have done it. Because as a prime example this morning, this is my day this morning. So this job, 45 quid, going 3.5 mile, great stuff, right? But before this job, I had to go and pick up, drop off at Manchester Airport before this job. So I dropped off at Manchester Airport. Now I could have waited around, got a job back, worked Uber to try and get a bank job to Liverpool or whatever. I had loads of choices, but no, I had to come all the way back from Manchester Airport, 36 miles, and drive all the way back. Then I was stuck in limbo. It is now 9 o'clock, the pickup's down the road. I'm half an hour early. And then before this, I couldn't really go on Uber because I was kind of limited on time. I had to go and get it washed. So then, once I come back from Manchester Airport empty, 36 miles, I then got this valeted for 12 quid. It was in and out, quick in and out wash. And then I've been waiting around now. I drove half an hour to the job, and now I'm waiting now for another half an hour to take them the 3 miles. So in all, this £45 job will probably take me an hour and a half with all the waiting and running around in between it. And also, it took me 36 miles to get here because of what I was doing beforehand. And that's the big point. People go, 45 quid going 3 mile. If it's pre-booked, it's got to have a minimum fare. Do you know what I mean? It's up to the passenger if they want to try and risk getting a normal taxi or Uber to the airport at the time they want to book, and they want to risk getting a normal size car where they could actually fit the luggage in. Do you know what I mean? But the minimum fare is so important, guys. And also, you cannot compare a pre-booked airport transfer booking to an Uber driver accepting an Uber fare. Do you know what I mean? Yes, I will accept 45 quid from Liverpool to Manchester. Would I accept 45 quid a pre-booked job, Liverpool to Manchester? No. No chance. Because I'm losing an hour before the job or an hour after the job. Do you know what I mean? I've maybe got to go and get the car washed. Might have to go and get changed depending on what type of job it is. There's a lot more involved than just normal Uber. And I think a lot of people don't get it. People phone me up all the time, go, I can do this job. 60 quid on a bus. And I go, no, I won't. They're like, why? Because it's 4 a.m. and I'm not getting up at 3. Travel half an hour, 40 minutes to a job. Drive all the way there for 60 quid. Drive all the way back. It's 3 hours. It's about 20 quid in diesel. Then I've got to pay all my insurance, my rates, everything else. And then whatever's left. Do you know what I mean? And the pricing at the moment in Liverpool, it's a race to the bottom, especially with the private airport companies. I understand their prerogative. I understand why they're pricing. They want to be competitive. Because I'm telling you now, Sandra from Bootle will be going, hello mate, how much from Bootle to Mané? Nah. How much from Liverpool, Bootle to Man? Nah. How much from... Hello? Nah. Oh yeah, go on, I'll take that. Do you know what I mean? So it is a race at the bottom, and people are just looking for the cheapest option because they are skint. Do you know what I mean? The amount of people that phone me up and go, oh, blah, blah, blah. I give them a price and they go, I don't even anyway. Oh, someone takes me up in, what was it, a V-Class, 60 quid to Mané from Liverpool in a V-Class. And I just went, go with them, love, honestly, just fill your boots with them. But people need to start thinking about the prices, guys, and really, really valuing yourself personally and your company. Because sometimes cheaper is not always best. Cheaper is not always best. I got a phone call over the other week off a passenger who found me online or whatever, saying that company they booked with never turned up. And yeah, it's just frustrating to see. And then operators phoning you as a driver. All right, mate. Hey, 50 quid Liverpool to Mané. I'd be like, nah. And he's like, oh, you do it on Uber? I'd be like, yeah, but what I've just explained. I'm repeating myself now because it's frustrating. If an operator says to you, well, you do it on Uber, it's completely different. It's not the same. You cannot price it the same at all. And the passenger's on your bonnet and you're ready to go. You're already out the house working. Do you know what I mean, guys? So yeah, I just thought I'd have a little rant while I'm waiting for my customer. Because this little 45 quid going 4 mile or whatever it is, right? Minus my toll, so 40 quid. Going 4 mile. It's probably took me 2 hours with a 40-mile commute. Do you know what I mean? Oh, by the way, I'm not complaining. This is a great job. I love this job. This is a fantastic job. I'm not complaining about this job at all. But I'm just trying to prove a point of a pre-booked airport job should not in any way compare to an Uber. Someone booking an Uber to go to the airport. You should never, as an airport company, you should never compare it, because it's chalk and cheese, mate. It's a Toyota Yaris to a Tesla Model S. Do you know what I mean? Like, some lads in the airport companies got really nice cars. So do you know what? You book an airport transfer company, right, to make sure that you get a decent size car, going to the airport in comfort and reliability and everything else. Why wake up at 5 in the morning and try and book a taxi and you get a smelly Vauxhall Safari and you know, all the way to the airport. Can't wait to go on holiday for this relaxing time. Save yourself 20 quid, do you know what I mean? Madness. 11 minutes. I do apologise for rambling on. It just annoys me when people. Literally recently someone phoned me up and offered me a job and I was like, no. But you do it on Uber. But yeah, guys, that's the difference between airport transfer companies and Uber. There should be no comparison. Everyone should price what they're happy to price. Myself personally, I never slate an operator with their pricing. I think it's their prerogative to price what they want to price. Do you know what I mean? Just don't huff if I turn it down. Because as a driver, it's my personal choice to turn down work or accept work. And I think it's too cheap. I'll just say, listen, mate, bit cheap for me that though, but hope you get it covered. Do you know what I mean? Because it's his company, he can charge as much or as little as he wants to. But I think as a general rule of thumb, especially in Liverpool, we need to just generally up our prices, all of us. And if we're all quite competitively priced, then we all should be busy and ticking over. And try not to undersell yourself, undersell your drivers to get more work. I'd rather do less jobs for more money than more jobs for less. And I hope this video has been very informative of you. And please, as you know, I do a lot of work for a lot of operators in Liverpool. So if you're going to phone me up and offer me a job, I'll happily do it. But if it's poor, I'll happily turn it down. But I will tell you to not say, but you'll do it on Uber. Listen, guys, I'm going to have to scoot because I've been rambling on for ages. Thanks very much for watching as per usual. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, follow me on TikTok, and yeah, see you on the next one, guys. Peace out. Oh, DM Airport Transfers. If you're going on holiday, need an airport transfer company, you know who to call. DM Airport Transfers.